AT&T
Yo.
Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
All right.
It's the NFC Championship game.
BA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29, and the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, dang.
They'll run on first down. Clifford, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right and a yard.
Right. Headphones.
And
Yeah.
that leaves him with second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's only 3rd and 1. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they?
Right.
Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Yep. Yeah, and Clifford just got hurt, so it's just down to
Here's 2nd and 9. Just
Pollard and Forrest.
They'll run with Pollard.
I'm streaming it right now, so
Just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And again, there
yeah. So it's between the running back duties is Tony P and Forrest.
Pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Off play action. Pierce. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
Oh, so they not gonna call pass interference, bro? Okay, bad.
And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back to throw now on first down. And the throw here, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. And now Peterson, not exactly sure what happened there defensively, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a handoff here to his running back. yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Nope.
He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that will hit.
Oh, wow. He got it to bounce out at the 1.
Than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down now, Pollard, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got his man in stride.
Oh, my God. Okay, so now this is going. Everybody's getting hurt now? Get the hell out of here.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pierce. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage. Right
Dang,
there.
now I got to run single.
Lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Pierce. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Dang, man, I got to spread out stuff now.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runners giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
This is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. Looking to throw. Pierce. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good 1st down call as a screen play gets him 9. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up,
Come on, man. Why y'all want to start getting hurt?
and now you get some of those big shots
Lost a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. But when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Pierce.
Touchdown, let's go.
To the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That's what gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Wilson.
That was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
That's 2.
And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. He gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle roll, pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Falcons nothing.
On 1st down, Pollard, and just no chance of turning the.
Are you serious?
Back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd
Oh
and 10
my
coming
God,
up.
I'm gonna have to be in shotgun the rest of the game. God.
Operating from the gun, Pierce.
Fucking
Traffic, and
A.
it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now we've got Wilson, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. McKinnon here, it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
He's going to take off with it. He's he's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots and be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
And the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, Pierce. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Pierce. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Jason Sandler is set to kick off.
After the field goal, begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking sideline, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got it to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Oh yeah, let me change that.
Offense now heading back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Work what you do best. And sit and put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Pierce. And a quick throw here. That's complete. A reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pierce. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on 1st down. Pierce able to hit his target Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Off the play fake. Pierce going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Yeah.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
Yeah, he ain't with it.
From the gun, Pierce. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver.
Right.
Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
All right.
50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. Right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards to gain there, second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him 30 yards there.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On 1st and 10, Pierce. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 31. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Pierce. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Sanders for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And, oh, this is Peterson remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. While the Traders take a look, we'll step aside. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this, finding some room at midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 19-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Both the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Pierce. And he rifles one incomplete.
Intended for number 40. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Pierce. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
intended for number 44. Incomplete. Brings up
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Pierce. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
27 yards there, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. His pass caught at the 4. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Pierce firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And a yard at the Falcons' 36-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 17. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. And his pass incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Pierce. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb there to make the grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
He'll run it, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
2nd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Pierce. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Their Super Bowl hopes hanging by a thread as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Pierce. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
A 39-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will swell the lead to 16. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
25 yards.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, they are going back to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.